Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you've got the Lovers card, right? So yes, this is love, relationships, partnerships and all of those things. This week, partnerships, connections and collaborations may very well be to the fore, and in a lot of ways you might have to balance your own desires with what is expected of you. So this week it might be, it could be that you've got to make a choice, absolutely, but you might be torn in two different directions as well. For your foundation card, you have the 10 of Swords. So for a select few of you, a partnership, a relationship or a connection in some way, shape or form is coming to an end. And I'm really sorry to say that. The 10 of Swords is final, right? There's no coming back from that. And sometimes it can be a bust up, like a big bust up. Now, the Lovers card, like I said, it can represent all types of relationships, but very often speaks to a partnership, a marriage, etc. So for those of you that are in that space this week, now, when I say this stuff, a lot of people get really sort of uppity and defensive. First of all, I'm not speaking directly to every single one of you. You will know if your relationship is strong, it's chugging along fine and you know everything is good, I'm probably not talking to you, and this could be a friendship, it could be a partnership, it could be a business relationship, all right? Everything in life is a relationship of some sort, even the one that we have with ourselves. The 10 of Swords being that end basically speaks to whatever is not working, whatever already has very big cracks in its foundation is likely to come to an end. All right, now that being said, if you are a continued subby, I love you for it, and if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. You guys know me, I'm very real with you about everything from start to finish, but sometimes I just need to clarify things for new people, and maybe for some people that have already been with me for a while, because it's like, okay, is he talking about me? For your actions and options, you've got the 4 of Cups, right? So this here with the Lovers card, first of all, some of your connections this week are very likely to surprise you. I would say that this is probably within your sort of closer interpersonal sphere. Remember, your actions and options is about what you do, right? So this is how you act in the world, and that 4 of Cups, maybe there's something that you say or that you do this week that sees or that helps other people see you in a different light, or it's going to give people a different understanding of what your needs actually are. It's like this week you're being a lot more communicative about how you feel, and that in turn is actually going to bring you something that you want or something that you need. I actually think that's a really good thing. But I will say, because the Lovers card is there, someone in your network is also likely to surprise you. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Judgment card, right? So there are some big changes coming in this week. Now, for this underneath the Lovers card, for some of you, you could meet somebody this week. You could meet somebody through the course of your work, through your profession. It does suggest to me that whoever this person is, there is a fated energy about it. So whoever you're meeting or whoever you're connecting to, that is probably going to be somebody new. For a select few of you, this is going to be, because the Judgment card for me is also the blast from the past. So there's two ways that this could play out for you, right? For some of you, you could be meeting somebody brand new that absolutely bowls you over and you're like, oh crap, I work with this person, how awkward. For some of you, this could be somebody that is coming back into the fold. Now, the Lovers card is Gemini ruled, which could be, so for some of you, maybe you're meeting a Gemini or connecting with a Gemini, very possible. When it comes to your, for those of you that work for somebody else, this week you are very likely to have a choice, right? And it looks to me like the two options that you're going to have are, you can take the advancement of career and get the title, but not necessarily the pay rise, or you can take the money and go. I don't know why, but it kind of feels like those are your options. So you're going to have to think long and hard about this week. What is right for you? When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, in a lot of ways, this really speaks to what it is that you're, where it is that you're actually taking your business now. Like, in a lot of ways, this suggests to me that you're either going to try to diversify something or you're going to hone it down, right? So you'll know which one of these it is for you. For some of you, it's like, right, my niche is too big or my net is too big, I'm going to niche down. And for those of you who are sort of very specific, you might say to yourself this week, actually, you know what? I need to open this up. And I actually like this. I think, you know, Uranus is moving through the sign of Taurus. So in a lot of ways, change, and big change at that, is a part of what's happening for you on a daily basis. So roll with the punches. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, in a lot of ways, this could, again, if you're single, you could be meeting somebody. But this doesn't have to be romantic. It could also be somebody that brings you a whole new perspective on something that maybe you hadn't really considered before, or maybe you had a certain belief structure on something and this person comes in and completely challenges it. For all of you Taurians, your communications this week are going to be really important. For your love and relations, you have the Chariot card. So this is it, right? When it comes to relationships and partnerships, I will say this. I kind of feel like for a lot of Taurians that have been going through stuff with this week is going to be a make or break week for you, right? The Chariot card tends to speed things up really fast. Something that I've been talking to my students about with the Chariot card, because of its numerological association, the Chariot leads to the Tower, right? So this week, you know, and we've kind of had it hinted at already, this week your relationship is going to do one of two things. It's either going to go to the next level, which is great and it will feel amazing and possibly a little bit scary, or it's going to hit an immovable object. And what does the saying goes, what happens when an unstoppable force hits an immovable object? Right, so this week, just be aware of that. And I would say if you are trying really hard to save a partnership or a marriage, then maybe this week you have to bite your tongue. Maybe this week you are the person that you need to conquer rather than conquering your partner in the relationship. Just a little nugget of wisdom there, all right? So, and this isn't about changing who you are. It's about knowing what to fight for and when. When you're, for those of you that are single, I really think this could be a great week for you. The thing is, though, I really feel like it will be somebody that you work with, somebody that you have worked with, and it kind of feels like it's almost like you know this person and people know who you both are. And so how you interact, connect, behave with each other is going to be very evident for a lot of people. So I'm really intrigued by this idea. For your money and materials, you've got the Six of Cups. With the Judgment card in close proximity, that is literally a blast from the past. And usually, and you've got the Lovers card here. For some of you, it will be a friend. For some of you, it will be a colleague that you've worked with or under or for. There is a reconnection from the past this week that could be very lucrative or financially abundant for you. Don't overlook it, all right? When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Six of Cups is your gonads. It's all of your reproductive system. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong there, but this week, look after it as best you can, all right? And then when it comes to your home and environment, Six of Cups is a gorgeous energy for home. It makes home warm and cuddly and vibrant and loving. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, hang on a sec, you said, yes, I did. And for those of you that applies to, you will know if I'm speaking to you. The Six of Cups in the home sector, though, is actually saying that there is a chance to salvage this, but you're kind of at a crux point right now, because what I know about Taurians, it takes a long time. You're much like Aquarians in that way, actually. It takes a lot for you to be done, but once you're done, right? There's no flim flam about it. Like, it will take me a lot to get to that point, but once I get to that point, I'm out. So it's going to be an interesting week for sure. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.